Breaking news for you. Breaking news from the Amhara region where Ethiopian military and the ruling Prosperity Party are planning to use Masrisha, the Fano commander who surrendered against other Fano groups. Uh, how is Masrisha going to be used? Masr Shah has laid down arms publicly, but it seems government wants him to take up arms. Secondly, viewers, another coup attempt in Africa. It seems that anytime a coup can happen anywhere in Africa, especially in West Africa. Let's start with this news story, which is from Benin, a country located in West Africa. West Africa is notorious for coups, where after every few months we hear news about a military coup in countries located there. Coups are not new in Africa. Niger, Sudan, Guinea-Bissau, Burkina Faso, Chad, some of the countries have seen coups. The latest coup happened in Guinea-Bissau, where last month the president was removed. And today in Benin, the soldiers tried to remove the president. Uh, Patrice Talon is the president of Benin, in power since 2016. And today, military commanders led by Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigre staged a coup in Benin. They appeared on television channel, national television channel, saying that they had taken control of the government. They surrounded the residence of Benin President Patrice Talon. You know that Benin became an independent country in 1960, I think. It was a French colony. France still has its military presence in Benin. The soldiers appeared on national TV. They announced takeover of the government. But soldiers could not maintain control of the presidential office and government buildings. Forces loyal to the president, they fought. After intense fighting, reportedly some soldiers and commanders who led the coup have been arrested. Uh, and an interior minister just an hour ago appeared on television station, national television channel, and he said that the coup has been thwarted. The coup plotters and the participants in coup has been arrested. He announced that. He asked people to remain calm and peaceful. Uh, the president is seen as pro-France, and uh, this fact is used by military and opposition groups against the president. And opposition groups, especially groups in the country, they've been saying that France should be kicked out of Benin, just like it has been kicked out of several African countries. Russians seem to be welcoming the news of this coup. Americans watching very cautiously. France, I think, mobilized its air force in support of the president, Patrice Talon, who has managed to survive reportedly. Uh, Whenever coups happen in Africa, no action is taken by African organizations. African Union, IGAD, ECOWAS, East Africa Community. So many African organizations don't take action on dictators, on coup leaders. Uh, The status of the countries is suspended by these organizations, and after a few years, their status is restored. By the way, the president was due to step down next year in April. He is due to step down after holding the election, but it is being said that he might hold a controlled election and might get himself re-elected or someone of his choice. Whenever a coup happens anywhere in Africa, Ethiopian state media goes silent. It does not cover any news about coup because there are fears that soldiers in Ethiopia could stage a coup too. Same is the case with Eritrean news sources. They don't report coups in Africa. They don't want to give an idea to the military to think of staging a coup in these countries. Now, main stories from the Amhara region. Viewers. You know that Masrisha Sete, a Fano commander, has surrendered in the Amhara region. He has signed a peace deal with the Amhara regional president, Erika Kabbede, and he has announced to work for peace. The peace deal he has signed will lead to release of Fano fighters, will lead to end to the human rights abuses happening against Amharas. And the deal between Masrisha, who claims to be representative of AFPU, and government will lead to peace, a resumption of educational activities and economic activities in the Amhara region. This is what the agreement states. Masrisha and government say that Masrisha's deal with government will lead to peace. And Masrisha has laid down arms. But practically, Masrisha is going to be used by the government against Zamine Kasi. Masrisha, was mainly based in Gojam. During Tegarai War II, his fighters participated in the war from Gojam. Zamine Kasi and Masrisha were two main commanders in Gojam. But after the end of Tegarai War, and when government forces launched a disbandment campaign against Fano, Masrisha and Zamine Kasi fled. Both went into hiding. Masrisha remained missing for months. Zamine Kasi was arrested. Then Skandar appeared. He took over Fanos in Gojam. Zamine Kasi was released by the government to pit him against Skandar. Skandar was kicked out of Gojam. Masrisha appeared a little late, but he also appeared after Zamine Kasi had pushed Skandar out of Gojam. But he could not set foot in Gojam. He was not allowed by Zamine Kasi to return to Gujam and organize a Fano group. That is why he joined AFPO, Skandar's AFPO. He tried to base himself in Shoa war. He could not succeed, so ultimately surrendered. But now he has the backing of the government forces, ENDF. And reports are coming in that Masrisha is starting anti-Zamine Kasi Fano in Gujam. East Gujam zone of the Amhara region will be the center of these operations by pro-Masrisha, anti-Zamine Kasi Fano groups. Several Fano fighters have announced after contacting Masrisha that they're going to organize themselves in East Gujam. Masrisha knows the area very well. He definitely has some fighters too there. Now he has the government support, which he needed. He will be used by Zamine Kasi to raise a counter Fano force. In the name of Fano, this force will be established. Because if he joins the government forces, it will be difficult for him to be acceptable among Fanos. Reportedly, he is trying to organize an anti-Zamine Kasi Fano group in Gujam to weaken Gujam Fano. He wants to take revenge, obviously, on Zamine Kasi, and that can only happen if Zamine Kasi's Gujam Fano is disbanded. I think just like Sunny Nagasa was used by Oromia regional force or the regional government against Jalmar Dirba, the same way Masrisha is going to be used against Zamina Kasi. Jal Sunny Nagasa is leading militias in Oromia, and he's leading strategy formulation against Oromo Liberation Army, Mara group. Just like TPF is being used against Tigray military, against TPLF. In the same way, Masrisha is going to be used by the military and the government against other Fano groups. So soon you will see infighting in Gujjam between Zaminikasi group and other Fano groups, which are being established by Masrisha Sate in East Gujjam, reportedly. Thank you for watching.